Hi Joy, nice to meet you. I'm Dave.
Hi.
I would shake your hand, but obviously with COVID-19 we probably should just bump elbows or something. Nice to meet you. Have a seat if you like. Okay, so you're a weightlifter and you want to get a program for Masters Games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, am I right, that's in Cairns?
Yes.
And it's end of September?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so obviously we've had a bit of conversation back and forth with a couple of phone calls and email, but you've got about 18 months training history with weightlifting?
Yeah. Just mainly weightlifting, but before that I was more strength training.
Yep.
So I had a pretty good strength background.
Okay, cool.
And then got hooked on the weightlifting and been doing that ever since.
Okay, cool. And you said in your emails you haven't had a coach before, you've just sort of got a little bit of general advice off some lifters that you know, but you wanted to get a much more organised structure for first competition.
Yeah, make sure my technique's right.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. And that will become a big part of what we focus on. So there's a lot of repetition, you sort of putting a lot of time and effort into 3 or 4 main lifts, accessory work that will help with those main lifts, but then also just drilling technique, getting your mobility right, because it's going to take a toll on some of your joints, so you've got to stay loose and limber, and that'll pretty much make up the bulk of your training. So we've got 3 months to get you as well prepared as we can, and what we'll do is generally, with most programs, you would start a pretty high volume block to kick things off. So that first month we'll be jamming a lot of volume in.
So volume, you mean like lots of exercises?
Volume, more so the amount of work you've got to do on specific exercises. So we'll kick off most sessions with a snatch, and we'll be drilling in sets. I've written some notes down here already, but you'll be working in the 5x3 rep range a lot, so 5 sets of 3 reps. But on different days of the week, you might have like a higher intensity where you really try and push the amount of weight you can lift, but then later in the week, same exercise but more of a power focus. So we'll reduce the intensity slightly, but I want you to move that weight as efficiently as possible. It's just repetition of those main lifts. So doing them heavy, doing them powerfully, and drilling technique.
What about like other strength exercises, like would there be squats?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so across the 3 months, so we are going to do 3 4-week blocks, so you'll be doing exclusively back squats at times. Then you might have front squats as well, and then you might have some weeks where you do both. But obviously the front squat's pretty applicable to getting you good at the power clean. So you need to feel comfortable in that position. Do you have any questions about that?
You just said like it'll be quite the volume will be pretty high in the start. So that tapers off and towards competition, or
so in that last week, in that last 4 weeks, the last little mesocycle that we go through, you're going to have intensity pretty high in those sort of first 3 weeks of the last block.
So that means lifting is heavy.
You'll be lifting real heavy. You'll be going up to roughly 90% of your max that you can handle, all whilst maintaining technique, obviously. And then in that last week, you'll be doing a little bit of a taper off in terms of the intensity. Still getting some practicing at your main lifts, but intensity down just to help you recover, because it's a pretty full-on final month of training, so it can take a bit of toll on your central nervous system, and we want to make sure that you're refreshed and feeling good, confident in your technique, and you've done all the hard work by that stage, and you're ready to rip into your comp.
What will the training day like? Will I be training like 6 days a week, and then will it continue on, or will it just change throughout the 12 weeks?
Yeah, no, good question.
Because I'm available to do the 6 days, but
okay, cool.
you know, I don't know later on whether I have to train 6 days.
Yeah, look, it varies over those 12 weeks or 3 program blocks that we're going to do. So early on in the piece, we'll probably be pushing sort of more 4 to 6 sessions a week if you're able to. What that will include though is you'll probably have three to four heavier kind of lifting days, but we can top up the weekly kind of load that you're carrying with lighter technique days, mobility work, which are clearly, obviously, they're important to have, but it just allows you to recover so that the day after a lighter technique day, you're ready to lift heavy again. So we've ticked off a couple of things that we need to talk about. I've got the program outline here. I'm going to present you with a copy of that so that you have a copy at home and you can see what's coming up. You'll also have digital access to it as well. But hopefully, like, it's great that you're interested in the details of this, but hopefully I can take a bit of a load off your shoulders in terms of you not having to worry about the sets and reps and whatever. You just get told, this is what you're doing today. These are the key areas I want to focus on. And you can just do what you're good at, which is win medals. Sweet. Sweet. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Any idea what sort of totals you're hoping for when you get to the comp day?
Well, in my age and weight, like the top snatches, 37 kg, so I'd like to get 40 to 45.
Beautiful.
And the clean and jerk for my age and weight is 57, so I'm aiming for 60.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Record
That's
breaker.
what I'm hoping for, yeah.
Now these are New South Wales records?
New South Wales records, not national.
Okay, cool.
We'll start with the New South Wales records and then we'll go for national ones.
Yeah, well, so you're talking state records, but
Yeah.
we're going to the Australian Masters game,
Yeah.
so that might put your name up in lights. You know, if all goes to plan and your training's good and you can break a few state records, might wake a few people up around Australia. Very cool. All right. Well, look, did you have any more questions? Because we've had a fair outline of what's to come.
Do you know what days will be my heavier? What will be the bigger lifting days, and which ones will be the lighter ones? Just so I can work around it with what I do outside of here.
Yeah,
jobs,
absolutely.
Kids, things like that.
So I've programmed in a couple of heavier days on a Friday.
Yeah.
But in the lead up to that, what you might have is a moderate day, a light day, another moderate day, and a light day, and then it's get to work and you've got a heavy session later in the week. So.
And is there room to have a rest day before you lift heavy?
Absolutely, yeah. I've got a lot of Thursdays plugged in as rest days. Most Sundays you're going to be programmed to have off as well.
Yeah.
But it all just depends on how you're feeling too. And that when I say that, I mean within the session itself. So we're going to be sort of gauging, your rate of perceived exertion. So I'm sure you've heard of the RPE scale. So depending on how you're feeling each day, what we've got programmed may not what we actually achieve that session. If you're a bit beat up, you're a bit fatigued, and that stress and fatigue could be from other areas of life. It might not just be weightlifting related, but all stress takes its toll on your central nervous system. So we need to, we'll monitor you, and if you're feeling good and we've got a heavy day planned, then we'll go for it. But if you're not quite up to it, we can still accomplish some good work by reducing the load or the intensity and working on technique, something like that.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I've got you plugged in for Monday at 10:30, and if you don't have any more questions, No, that's about it.
It's good. Look forward to it.
All right. One more little elbow bump.
Cool.
Let's do it. I know. Pretty good. Thanks.
It's a good thing I know what questions to ask.
It's a good thing, you are an athlete.
Yeah.
You're
So
an
I
athlete.
knew what to ask.
Yeah, you asked some great